Good day, everyone, and welcome to Scorecard Sports Games and More. I'm Kevin Elias, and today we're going to have the first ever Meta Prime Championship Boxing Bantamweight Showdown. It is the Bantamweight Meta Prime Championship match. Today, you will see the number one contender, VIC DARCHINYAN, take on the number two contender, JEFF FENECH, here by VSU Boxing. That's the game we're playing today. That is from Chris White and company, a good quick play game, and we decided that it's time to bring back. Prior to this, we had the Facebook King of the Ring. This is now the Meta Prime Boxing Championships. We'll have the various weight classes that we'll be offering, and we'll be putting up 8 fighters for the initial tournament to decide a champion. And then from there, we will be doing monthly encounters where there'll be monthly showdowns. They'll put 4 fighters in, and then the winner will square off, usually the champion. Again, this game brought to you exclusively by Scorecard Sports Games and More, VSU Sports Quick Play Boxing. And it's time for the showdown. In the Bantamweight division, we're going to be using 2 dice. They're 2 10-sided dice if you're playing this game at home. We're using the roller so it won't look quite the same with the 10-sider. And we're going to be using the special VSU Sports Event and Happenings menu that I've come up with to go along with VSU Boxing, where if there's a 10-8 round, then we're going to see what happened, what event transpired, the 10-8 judges score. Or if it's a 10-7 round, what transpired the score. That's where we're going to get into injuries, fouls, knockdowns, and again, possible TKOs. Here's what the chart looks like from Chris White. Now, what we're going to be doing is with VSU Sports, we're going to be using this chart because there's a 0 rating, and we'll get into that momentarily. But what we're looking at is 2 10-sided dice. So you're going to be rolling those with each round, once per round. So there's 1 roll per round, 1 roll per round, and then you look at the result. And then you just write down the result. It's that simple. But again, we've added some flavor to it for the icing on the cake. So there it is from 1 to 100, all the way up here. Again, it doesn't look right, but if you've printed out the charts at home, you would certainly know, and you'd be able to easily follow along with it. So let's get to it. This is what the score sheet looks like. So VIC DARCHINYAN is the number one contender. He has a boxing tier rating of 10. He's facing, again, the number 2 contender, JEFF FENECH. His rating is also a 10, so they're both considered even. DARCHINYAN has a 58 knockdown rating, so that's a 58% to a 64. So there's a good chance this match will end by a knockout. There's their career records. DARCHINYAN is 49-1 with 29 by knockout. FENECH is 29-3-1, 21 bouts by win of knockout. 3 judges ruling. Judge 1 will go ahead and he will score it as it is, as it stands, whatever the score is. Judge 2, there's a chance at a reversal, and then we'll re-roll that. A reversal is it's 10-9 if it rolls between 1 and 11 or 90 to 100. He reverses his score to 10-9 for the opponent. And the judge 3, if he rolls doubles of any kind, or if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 0, he'll reverse his score for that round. So that's what makes it interesting. Again, this is 12 rounds for the vacant Meta Boxing Bantamweight Championship. And we are set to start between VIC DARCHINYAN and JEFF FENECH. Here we go. We're going to roll our die, and we're going to see. Remember, DARCHINYAN will be the favorite, even though they're even, But since he was the number one contender here, he will be indeed the favorite. And any result that we see on these charts here will tell us if he indeed is going to win the round, lose the round, or if it's a tie. So let's get to it. Here's the first roll. For round number 1, 0-1, 0-1. So we go to this 0-1 rating, and it shows that Darchinyan is going to lose that round 9-10. So let's go to our scorecard. Darchinyan, 9-10. So he's going to lose that. So that's a 9 and a 10 for Fenech. Now we got to roll twice for the other judges. Here's Judge 2. Judge True gets 0-9, and yes, that's 1-11, so he's going to reverse that. So Darchinyan will get the decision in round 1 there. And now let's go to the third judge. We're looking for doubles or sequence. 4-7 is nothing, so it'll stay as a 10-9 round in favor of Fenech. Okay, here's round number 2 scheduled for 12. It's a 23, so let's look over here. 23, and that's under round 2. Round 2, 23. He's going to lose it again, 9-10. So how about that? Darchinyan off to a slow start in this one. By the way, Fenech, he got 2 knockouts in his 2 matches leading up to this championship bout. So let's look at Judge 2. Nothing happens there, so it'll remain a 10-9 round for Fenech. Hope I'm pronouncing him right. 44. Now there's a double, so Judge 3 will favor in with VIC Darchinyan 10-9. So a difference there as we head to round 3. 41. Let's look at 41. We got to go to the next chart, next column, 41, and we're looking at round 3. 1, 2, round 3. Darchinyan wins at 10-9. So he wins this one 10-9 from the first judge. Let's roll for the others. And that the other judge will see, Judge 2 will see it differently. This is going to be an interesting match, folks. Judge 3, nothing there, so he'll keep it for VIC Darchinyan. Very, very interesting as we head to round 4, scheduled for 12. 70, so that's going to be a 70. Let's go to our chart here, 70. And that's round number 4. 3, 4. He's going to lose that one 10-9. Wow. Darchinyan loses another round by the main judge. Judge 1, 10-9. 95. Judge 2's going to see it the other way. Wow, this is an interesting battle. 22, there's doubles. Judge 3 will also see it the other way. How about that? This is an interesting battle as we head to round 5. 0-9. 0-9 in round 5. 3, 4, 5th round. Another loss for Darchinyan, 10-9. He's losing the first half of this bout. Let's see Judge 2. Judge 2, though, gives it to him because it's 93. And Judge 3 does not, so he'll keep it the same. We've got a close fight, folks. Here's round 6. 57. 57, we're in round, what do we say? Round 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Another one. Another round against Darchinyan, the favorite, who loses at 10-9 to Judge 1. Judge 2 will leave it that way as well. And Judge 3 will also see it 10-9 in favor of JEFF FENECH. Okay. We now go to round number 7. 73. 73, round 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's going to lose another one. 10-9. Wow. Jeff Fenech doing what he needs to do to win this bout. 13. We needed a 1-11, so that's just enough that the judge will not change his mind. He'll side with Judge 1. There's doubles. Doubles means the Judge 3 will side with VIC DARCHINYAN. As we head to round 8. Scheduled for 12. 57 in round 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a 10-8 win. That means something happened. We're going to get to that. So Darchinyan wins that. VIC DARCHINYAN wins that one 10-8. Now because it was a 10-8 round, the judges 2 and 3 will not reverse this call. Let's see what happened. We got to go to our special chart. So it's a 10-8 round. So in event of a 10-8 round, we've got to re-roll the 2. Okay, if the dice roll is up to 10% higher, the number's 10% higher than the boxer's KO rating, it is a knockdown. VIC DARCHINYAN is a 58, so if it's a 68, it was a knockdown. And it was a knockdown, so that's what we got to mark down. So Fenech went down with a knockdown. And that is what we have to mark. Is a knockdown there in round number 8. So that means a solid round for VIC DARCHINYAN. And Jeff Fenech, who has not been knocked down at all in this tournament, suffers one right there as we go to round number 9. Scheduled for 12, 97. So we got to go way down here, and we're in round 8, we said, right? No, we're in round 9. 9, so 97. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 10-9 round. So VIC DARCHINYAN comes out and wins that round. Let's see if it'll hold up with the other judges. No, 91. It'll be a reversal. Wow. Further making this an interesting bout. Judge 2 sides with Jeff Fenech. Judge 3 does not. This one looks like it could go the distance, folks. Round 10 scheduled for 12. It's the Meta Prime Boxing Bantamweight Championship. I'm Kevin Elias for Scorecard Sports Games and More. You're watching VSU Quick Play Boxing. 97 again. And this is what I like about this game, too. You could roll 97s in multiple rounds, but guess what? The results change because every result is different per round. We're now in round 10. So 97 in round 10 is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is a 10-9 round for DARCHINYAN again. But it's different than the first, and I like that. Here we go. Nothing doing there. The Judge 2 will stay put. He'll go 10-9 as well for VIC DARCHINYAN. Judge 3. Uh-oh. He goes sequence. He is going for Fenech. So I can't wait to see this score. I hope it goes the distance now. Round 11 scheduled for 12 for the Meta Prime Boxing Bantamweight Championship. 60 is the draw. 60. Round 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Round 10, he loses. DARCHINYAN loses at 10-9. So we'll see what the judges have to say. 87, they're going to stay with it. Fenech is really adding to that. Should make up for that knockdown. 76, though, and that is not a sequence. 5 and 6 would have been. 7 and 8 is not. 7 and 6 is not considered a sequence, so it'll stay. All 3 judges will give it to Jeff Fenech in round 11. Here's the final round. Round 12 of this Meta Prime Boxing Bantamweight Championship. It's a 50, so it will go the distance, maybe. 50. Here we go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a loss. He's going to lose that round 10-9. VIC DARCHINYAN will lose that round. Let's see what the other judges say. 30, they're going to side with Fenech. He's finishing strong, folks. He got off the canvas from round 8 and finished the match strong. 13-0 there. So Fenech will win that round decisively. And here we go. We're going to go to the scorecards. Again, one knockdown in the fight. Jeff Fenech went down in round number 8. Now we go to the judges' scoring. Here we go. Judge 1. I've got to change this so I can see as we go to the screen. Here we go. Judge 1 scores the fight 114-112 for Jeff Fenech. So 114-112. Judge 2 scores the bout 115-113 for Fenech. And finally, Judge 3 scores the bout. Shouldn't really matter too much. 114-112. Whoa! Interesting. DARCHINYAN wins that Judge 3, but loses the other 2. The winner of the bout and the first ever Meta Prime Boxing Bantamweight champion by split decision, Jeff Fenech. Jeff Fenech wins by split decision over VIC DARCHINYAN. And a great fight that went both ways. It could have been unanimous, but that Judge 3 liked the job that he did. He sided with DARCHINYAN because generally in a championship fight, to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. We didn't have a champion here, but there was that knockdown. This knockdown factored in. It did not factor into Judge 1 or Judge 2 scoring, but it did factor in for Judge 3. But nonetheless, Jeff Fenech will be the Bantamweight champion for Meta Prime Boxing. You've been watching this VSU Quick Play Boxing Game Championship match brought to you by Scorecards, Sports Games, and more. I'm Kevin Elias. Hope you enjoyed it, everyone. Have a good day.